Greetings and welcome back to SmartWatch Ticks. We have an unboxing today in a very nice box actually, and a very high-end presentation. Look at this. It was on and I twisted it and it turned it on. It's already charged up and ready to go, so we're going to have fun with this right away. What are we looking at? This, from Banggood, is called the Goral SN60, and it's a fitness band with a lot of health functions. It's got really long battery life. It's got great screen quality, black on white. And wow, is this puppy ever waterproof. You can like really swim, dive, whatever you want to do. Wait till you see it. And of course, the bands are removable. Inside, we have all these specifications with it. Comes in all those different colors. It's a single touch button, so you're not going to be doing a lot of swirling and swiping. It's just a touch screen. It's staked to claim, I'm finding. It links to the Fundu Pro App. We'll see that briefly. The icons are really big. The watch is really well made, and it's for somebody who doesn't want to fuss with a watch for a long time, but wants to grab it and go, can see it quickly, understand from the icon-driven nature exactly where they are and what they're doing. Yeah, and it looks like this. It comes inside of here, and it's got good weight to it. It's a heavy little dude. That's all there is. Heart rate monitor, the charging connections, and it's totally sealed. Really, really solid. So you press a button, you're into icon-driven steps, distance, calories, your sleep monitoring from last night, the health section, an overall sports section, your messaging that you push from your phone, a toolbox you can get into, and you're back to the beginning. Let's keep undoing and we'll go deeper. There's my roosters. You hear them in the background? I love it here. We're way out in nature. This is really attractive orange bands. It comes separate, so the first thing you got to do is put the bands on if you're going to put it on your arm, and we'll do that. Yeah, nice. Then, when you take out the inserts, you get down deeper, you find the charging dock. Now, at first I went, what is this? And then I was like, wow, this is really cool. So you get the pins here, you open it up, you drop it in, it clamps really nicely on that. This thing is not going anywhere. If you're a biker or a mountain climber or whatever, and you want to just strap your little puppy into the charging unit, you got it. The only thing I'd like better is if this were a USB disconnect here, so you literally could take this as a pocket watch and carry it around right in the charging case, because you can operate it from here. That would have been nice. But it's not, so be careful about that junction. There's your USB connector. That's the charging unit. And then we have a user's manual inside as well, in multiple languages, at least 2, for the SN60. Really tiny icon-driven instructions. So we'll get a close-up on this. You can flash this over to your large screen TV and read it if you'd like. A quick guide. There's the QR code to download the Fundu Pro. That Fundu Pro is one of the most common tethering apps out there. We see that on a lot of devices, and we're not going to go into excruciating detail yet again on how to set up and operate the app. We're just simply going to show it to you, and then you can explore on your own or watch some of the earlier videos where we've really dissected that app. That's everything there is about it. All right, I'm going to put the band together and put it on, and then we'll play with it and the app. Now, a little more detail. You have symbols on here that tell you your time and whatnot. If we press and hold, we can change watch faces. Get a couple of different looks. It also, as you can see, has weather coming into it, Bluetooth connection. Once you're tethered to the app, you can pull in the weather from your area. Date and time, and step count is just the basic steps. The kilometers is calculated from the steps, as are the calories. And then your sleep time, of course, is from last night, and more details are in the app. When you touch the health, you go into a few different zones. First of all, it's going to use the PPG diodes on the back to measure your heart rate. Give it a couple of seconds for that. See if it can catch it. The symbol, the icon, is really large, but the numbers, unfortunately, are rather small. Personally, I would have liked to have seen that flipped around, have big digits with just a little heart flashing. So there you go. There's your heart rate. Skipping ahead now to save you a little time, I've switched over to the next thing, which is your blood pressure reading. Again, using the optical PPG, it's going to come up with your systolic and diastolic numbers directly from the band measurement of your blood pressure. 109/69, it's saying. Now watch, it's on there and then it disappears. But if you touch it, it'll come back and it's going to start over again. So don't look away too quickly because it doesn't last long. That's one of the points about this. If I press and hold and move on to the next one, that's going to be your blood oxygen. So it's using the thing 3 different separate times to take 3 different measurements. Personally, I like the ones that have all 3 done at one reading and it shows all the results on the screen. But again, this is a large icon-driven watch. It's going to be specifically for capturing these things as you go, whatever your sport is. And if blood oxygen is important to you because you're getting close to your anaerobic zone, then that's the one you want to measure. You can flip right over there to it. And again, if the screen goes off, if you leave it long enough, it's going to go away. Then if you wanted to see what your blood oxygen was, you got to come back. And if you come back, it starts over again. Got a few limitations. You just got to constantly be on top of it because once its measurement is over, there's a small window to see it before it's gone. Okay, that's health. Sports, when you come in here, you have specific sports that are designed for this particular band. And each of these would take you into a specific area. So let's take swimming, for example. You got a stopwatch going at the bottom, and it's going to calculate your calories while you're swimming. And as with all these different devices, when you're underwater, the screen is probably not going to work. Definitely the ones that you have to slide and stuff. This one, it might. You might be able to navigate it because all you need to do is touch or touch and hold. You could try that underwater, see what you get. The data is too low to be saved because we didn't do it long enough, and we're back out to sports. So, once again, within the sports, you have these different sports here. Climbing's included, football, and then you're back to sport, and now you go on to the next thing, which was messaging. Then your toolkit, when you press here, you can find the phone. Let's try that. It's vibrating over there, but I have the ringer turned off because of the video, so it is working. Oh my goodness, we're back at the beginning. It's still over there vibrating. Got to get over here to tools, got to get into here, and got to press again to stop it. All right, interesting things to learn. Vision, haha, you want to test your vision? It's Chinese for version. This is the model number and version of your watch, not vision. Doesn't really have anything to do with vision. Oh, change the watch faces. Tools, okay. Find the phone, your version, the QR code, which if you press and hold would bring it up, a stopwatch. Oh my goodness, for such a nice big icon-driven thing, the numbers are incredibly small. Yeah, I don't know. Lots of possibilities for improvement here. Now the stopwatch has disappeared from the screen because it times out. No matter what you're on, it's going to time out. When we touch it, we're back to our beginning. Yeah. So, to get back to the stopwatch, was it in Tools? Yeah. In Tools, Stopwatch, and it's still running. Okay, so you have a stopwatch, but it's not really convenient to use. Looks like press and hold stops it. Then do we get out of it? Okay, there we go. You can reset the band, and you can turn power off from here to save the battery. Oh, and this is your twist your wrist to see the time. You can turn that off for at night, or press and hold, and you can turn it on, and now when you twist your wrist, it'll show you the display. And that's it for the tools, and you're back to time. Okay, so that's how the band works, and this is what it looks like on my hairy arm. Sorry, guys, but it's really thin. It's a nice rubberized TPU band, and very thin, 10 millimeters thick. The optical sensor is pressed against your arm to eliminate outside light getting in when you're exercising, and you saw the charging clasp for it. So let's take a look at the Fundu Pro app briefly. When you go to the Google Play Store, you can download it just by looking for it. When you open it, you can tap here to make sure you get tethered and connected. You can set up your application pushes, take a photo, find your device. All these things are part of it. We've been through this before. You supposedly can turn on and off the raise your hand to see the time from the app. You notice they're out of sync right now because it's, oh, maybe they are in sync. Okay, let's turn it on. Let's see if it works. Yeah. Oh, well, I have it upside down for one, but there you go. Okay, so you have that. You have your heart rate test that you can do right here, and how frequently you want it to automatically test from 10 minutes to 1 hour. That's the, quote, continuous heart rate test, right? Turn it on and you'd have that. And you can set the time frames for it to happen. The do not disturb mode is here, so it's not going to wake you up during the night. And of course, you should check your firmware upgrade. You can set your units for metric or imperial, and an about. And that's all the stuff in the More tab. Then when you're under the Me, you can set yourself up. Here's your stuff from today and yesterday. A general overview of what you've got. Analysis with graphs. The center thing is where you can actually do an event right now. You can, you're in your sports and you have the walking, and then you have the steps that you've walked, your sleep information, your heart rate information, blood pressure information, and so forth, blood oxygen. Okay, all that is available to you right here in the app. And then your overall reports by date that you have sequentially. Your activities, sleep, heart rate, blood oxygen, and blood pressure, all in a nice report here. And again, I'm just whipping through this for a reminder because you've all seen this before, haven't you? Yes, we have. Of course we have. So the center tab is kind of your main place to go. When you press it, it'll start doing a tracking thing for you. Go! And you're off and, quote, running, if you're in your running mode. Settings for that and so forth. All right. So this is it. It's called, again, the SN60. It's 5 atmosphere. That means, what, about 30 meters diving? You can really take this thing underwater. It's got a 60-day standby time. You could tell that's legitimate because of how quickly the display goes off no matter what mode you're in. And you have an icon-driven, fairly simple sports fitness watch that handles a variety of sporting activities, a variety of biometric measurements, and gives it to you in a really nice waterproof, removable band package. It's a nice, decent thing. It's got some limitations, some drawbacks in the way the display works, but all in all, yeah, it could work for you. Yeah. Okay, that's it for today. You can pick this up through Banggood. Check the show notes down below for the buying link and discount if we have it for you. And we will see you back here soon. Thanks for watching.